have studied the language some, but haven't ever put it to use. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. You're just like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna do it. And then boom, you're in China.
Yeah.
And you're black in China. So how do people respond to that? How do they react?
Well, I had saw videos and stuff, you know, like, hey, when you get here, whether you're black or just not Chinese, you know, at all, people are going to treat you like a celebrity. And it's one thing for you to hear that, you know, people are going to treat you like a celebrity. And it's one thing for you to actually live it, or whatever that feels, or whatever that is.
Hey, my name is Jay. I'm from Miami, Florida. I currently live in Shanghai, China, and I've lived here for about 11 months now. Well, compared to South Korea and China, they're a lot more like bold, and like they don't try to be discreet at all. So it's like, I'm going to literally stare at you for this 30-minute metro subway ride and not blink, not try to pretend like I'm not doing it. Like, there's a lot more boldness from the Chinese.
Okay, so I've had mixed. Mostly I don't have huge reactions because I think it's because I'm a little person. So it's easy to not be intimidated by me.
The staring was intense. The pictures was what threw me off at first. I just was not used to that. In New York, nobody takes pictures, nobody cares. Here, it was just times 10. It was too much for me at first.
I remember that I received a lot of attention. And sometimes it was good attention, like you're a celebrity, I want to take a picture with a foreigner. And then other times it felt like I was like an animal in a zoo. Well, you know, just constantly taking pictures and touching me without my permission.
But I've had moments where I'm standing on the street and it's hot or rainy and I'm just trying to get home and you see people yelping or like scared and fear. Like, come on, dude, like, you're a giant. What can I do to you? So that can be discouraging as a black person in China because it makes you feel like just the way I look, it scare you that much, like I'm a villain.
They look at you differently in terms of the fact that you don't look like them. So children in particular, it's a very amazing story that you find with children is that they are in awe of your skin, and especially if they're newborns, they look at you with wonder and you have never been anything that they've seen before.
I know a lot about Chinese culture now, and I know that they don't do that to each other. So as a foreigner in China, it's almost as though, I don't know, it's like they feel like they have the right to kind of touch you, even though they know that they're invading your personal space.
I'm Chris. I am from the Bahamas. I currently live in Shanghai. Previously I lived in Nanjing, and I've been in China for 6 years.
I feel like a celebrity. I feel like Rihanna. I'm like, come on, stare, take pictures, I'll pose for them. Because like, if you were to spend all of your time getting upset about someone staring at you or looking at you and taking a picture in China, you'd be mad all the time. And I don't have the energy.
And when I first landed in China, I landed in Beijing, which I don't know if you've had experience in Beijing, but it's not like as international as Shanghai. So you get off the plane, everyone's like, white foreign, or like, oh my God, or foreigner. And so it was really weird for me personally, or to have people stare at me like that, just because US, everyone looks like everyone, so yeah.
People and they took me where I needed to go to my hotel, then I didn't really experience what it means to be a colored person in China until after the fact.
Okay, so when I first got here, the first thing I noticed was that people stare a lot. Actually, as I'm sitting here talking to you, people are staring at me. It's been the biggest, it has been the number one thing I've noticed. I mean, from the moment I got here to now, it is the staring. Being looked at like all the time. every day. All day. Every day.
What happened when you finally had that moment where, ooh, I just recognize I'm colored and I'm in China.
We had planned a trip to go to Beijing. So we arrive in Beijing and, well, we get to the Forbidden City and we get to the Great Wall. And all of a sudden, my daughter and I, we are surrounded by security.
Security?
Security.
I was really expecting you to say something more like a paparazzi, but security?
Like all the time, every day, all day, every day.
Security was the paparazzi.
Wow.
They surrounded us and they came from the left and the right, and then before I knew it, we had cameras in front of us, and I have pictures of this. And my daughter's looking like, what is happening? She's two.
She's only two.
She's only two, so she's she's used to cameras to a certain degree, but not like that. And people were looking and pointing and wanting to touch our skin and wanting to touch our hair. And they were just so mesmerized by the entire thing that we were surrounded by security, snapping pictures and
like all the time, every day, all day, every day.
When we all first get here, we're just so drained because we're not settled yet. But when I started to notice it, I guess I really didn't notice it. I guess I went to a club or something like that. And then Chinese guys were pretty apprehensive of me because I was dancing with Chinese girls. So that jealousy right there, you know. And then of course there were Chinese girls who were very afraid because of, you know, my physique. Either they were so happy about it, you know, wanted to touch my muscles or whatnot, and I'm not saying this in an arrogant way, or they were very afraid because they felt that it was too hard, you know, so yeah.
I'm pretty sure I almost caused a car accident. Like, this woman was driving, she turned around and almost and then there was a lot of pictures and stuff like that, and at first I didn't know how to take it. I just felt like, am I ugly or am I beautiful?
It used to bother me at first because I wondered why people said to me, I felt it as though it was very insulting. But then I realized that they're not used to seeing as many people have different skin colors, so I didn't take as much offense to it. And then I started to realize maybe they were intrigued or maybe they just didn't know how to express their interest.
If you're at a zoo, for example, if there was a six-legged pig or something like that, I don't know why that would be at a zoo, but you would take pictures, right?
But yeah.
But so because you'd be like, that's an oddity, what a weird thing to see. But if you saw a nice zebra too, you'd be taking a picture wow, it's beautiful. I never saw one up close, and so for a while it took me. I was like, which one is it?
All the time, every day, all day, every day.